Wow, what an honor. When Don called me to say I'd been nominated for this, and I heard that it was award and with Father Joe's name on it, I was thrilled. Because for a long time, although I didn't have a lot of interaction with Joe, I certainly have heard about him and had some experiences that have really touched my life. First, when I was over in mission in Russia, in the middle of Siberia, we had a change in the leadership of Franciscan Mission Service, and Father Joe came on board, and I was talking with a Franciscan over there, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I know Father Joe. He's a real radical. He's a real activist. He was trying to push ethical investments of the Franciscan order, that we invest in ethical businesses." And I just thought, here I am in the middle of nowhere, on the other side of the world, and they know Father Joe. And then I come back from Russia, and we're doing the reorientation, and just sort of getting settled here, and thinking about, okay, how do I restart my life? How do I go from mission over there to mission over here? And then one day while I was here, Father Joe says he's got to go up to the capital, nation's capital. He's got some business up there. So I thought, well, it's a better day than not to go sightseeing, and so I go up to the capital too. And I brought my camera, and sure enough, it was the early 90s, and welfare reform was being debated and discussed, and they're right there in the middle of the rotunda. It's Father Joe getting handcuffed, taken away, because he's living his faith, standing up for the poor, saying this isn't right. I thought that's what a returned missionary does, huh? I haven't done that, but I have a picture of it. No, but it sticks with me in some way. If you know somebody that does something good, and you've seen them, and you've seen it, it's a part of you, and it sticks with me. So it's a real honor to be associated with an award with his name on it. And then sure enough, another example, about a month or two before I got the call, there was a big write-up of Father Joe in Pax Christi USA newspaper that was out. And there's Father Joe on the phone at the Capitol calling and saying, starting a dialogue with Iran, being a peacemaker. Again, living the faith, being active. So it's a great honor to have an award, to share a word with Father Joe's name on it. In a large respect, this award is being presented for the work that I've been doing with the Peacemaker Foundation. So I just want to point out that I accept the award with a deep respect for a lot of people that help carry out that mission. First of all, my wife, who gives me endless amount of time, hours, to work on it. A lot of times when it's not convenient, but she allows that to happen. Obviously, the friends that helped to get it going. There's 5 of us, me and 2 buddies from high school, and my parents and my aunt started this. Without them, if they hadn't said yes to help put together some money, it wouldn't have happened. We've had about 20 very active volunteers carrying our mission forward, donors. So it's a lot of people that are making this work happen. And so I just want to make it known that I respect them a lot and see them as a part of this award. But really, the Franciscan Mission Service, I just want you to know, it is a large part of the Peacemaker Foundation. As noted, our mission is to give schools tools to stop violence, to do something about violence. And it's the way the Franciscan Mission Service is involved. It's not the obvious. It's not just about peacemaking, but really, it's right at the foundation. One of the most common questions people ask is, "How did this get started? How did it get started?" And it started when I came back from mission. Got a job at Catholic Charities, working for the man over there, Father Larry Snyder. And recognizing that I had a job, and I had some money. And then me and 2 friends were sitting around, talking, having a drink, and I said, guys, we all have jobs, 3 of us. We have no responsibilities, no kids. We're doing all right. We've got to do something, we've got to give something back. And I learned that for $10,000 you could start an endowment fund with a community foundation. I said, well, can't we do this? We all have jobs. We got to give something back. And so we came up with some funds, and like I said, I got my parents and the aunt, and we got $8,000, and we got it started. So that's what I tell most people, how we got started. But really, You take a step back from that, it's the Franciscan Mission Service that says, you know what, our value, one of our core values is walking with the poor, living a life of simplicity. So how was I going to do that? And I was wrestling with that question when I came back. And it really came to me saying, you know, we can't keep everything we got. Let's try to give back 10%, at least 10%. I know that's not even necessarily Franciscan. Franciscan would be a lot more than that. Pretty much everything. So it's in a small way, just trying to carry that through, and it's because of the Franciscan Mission Service. There's no other way I would have made that commitment or felt that value that I couldn't keep what I had. The second thing, sort of a real radical thing to me, what I really learned the most in mission is that sometimes you just got to make a commitment to do things that don't make sense. That don't make sense at all. I remember being over in Siberia thinking, you know what? I'm in a place right now where it doesn't get light till 10 o'clock and it's dark at 4 and it's colder than anything, and I'm eating potatoes every day. I can't celebrate their birthday with friends or their birthdays or my mom's birthday. This doesn't make sense to be here. We're doing things outside of what the world would realize makes sense. We're doing it because of a spirit inside that says we need to give. We need to walk in solidarity with the people that God cares about. And it was this real sense that you do things that sometimes don't make sense. And so, after working at Catholic Charities for nearly 5 years, I got this idea to take a part-time job in a way that I could volunteer to work on Peacemaker Foundation and help that grow. And so I remember talking with the accountant over at Catholic Charities, Gary Wells, and he said, Dan, don't do it. Don't do it. Are you crazy? He says, you're about 4 months away from being invested in the pension plan here. You're going to get married soon. You're engaged. You can't stay in your apartment. You're going to need a house. It doesn't make sense to go work on a part-time job so that you can fill around with this other thing. But to me, it was a critical decision, and a decision only made possible because of my experience with the Franciscan Mission Service. And I knew that when I did something for an act of faith, even if it doesn't make sense, like going on the other side of the world, it comes out right. And it's only because of that experience with the Franciscan Mission Service. So to sort of move along and wrap things up, I just wanted to say to the people here that are donating and a part of this and making this mission happen, that you're not only affecting the people in the third world countries or the people that we're going to help, not only impacting the missionaries there, but you're really impacting life decisions for people that come back. And really a part of not only my life, but a part of the Peacemaker Foundation's work and whatever we accomplish. It's really a large part to the Franciscan Mission Service. So I especially want to thank the people that helped me get started. Sister Jean, Sister Barbara, Father Joe, and the people that were involved with the Franciscan Mission Service that aren't here, Father Anselm and Father Charlie. I owe a lot to them. But I also salute the people that are carrying the mission forward. Kim and McGee that carry the flag, and the others that have done it. It's tremendously important, and you're touching people's lives. So it's a great honor to accept this, and I appreciate your support of the Franciscan Mission Service.